Hey everyone, it's Ashley. Welcome back to my channel. This video is the last part of January's Empties, and this goes from January 15th to, um, well, yesterday, which would have been the 27th of January. And yes, I know that it's not quite the 31st yet, but since February starts in a few days, I thought that the last couple of days of January, I'll just, put into February. So these are my empties, and I got through quite a bit in the whole entire month of January. And what I've been doing, I'm trying to do a weekly empties video, but I don't really have enough each week to get through an empties video. But I do realize that sometimes when I wait for 2 weeks, being that I go in depth so much with a lot of these descriptions and scents, I know that the video gets a little long. So what I'm going to be doing is I want to try to do a weekly empties video, but then also have a little bit of my melting basket in that video. So it's not quite as long as a 2-week long empties, but it has enough content to it to where it's not just 5 minutes long, because sometimes I don't finish a whole entire, selection of wax or bag of wax, whatever you want to call it, and during a just one 7-day period. So that's what I'm going to be doing. And also I'm going to start doing chop and chats in February. I was chopping up a bunch of wax on Friday night after I was done working at 7 p.m. I work a little bit, so I thought I wanted to start adding that to my channel in February. So watch for that if that's something that you're interested in. So yeah, empties. Let's get going. This is my basket, of course, my trusty basket. Thinking of getting another type of basket. I've had this basket for several years and I kind of am tired of it, but it is just the basket. So, okay. If you watched my last empties video, I've been working on a lot of Rose Girls. And in fact, the last couple of days, I've been organizing my wax totes. I actually have 3 totes now that I'm melting out of. One, because I'm getting a little the holiday winter scents. I'm getting a little stagnant with them and bored, so I'm adding in just normal scents now to my rotation. And I have one tote exclusively dedicated to Rose Girls, because if you watched my last few videos, actually, I have a lot of Rose Girls, and I'm definitely on a Rose Girls diet in terms of purchasing until maybe the Mario melters at the end of the year, maybe. I am on a no-buy officially after yesterday's Teddy B's pre-order situation, which I'll talk about later. I am on a no-buy for a while. And it's going to be very hard, because we all love wax, but I know that I need to shop my stash and enjoy what I have. So another thing I'm going to be doing is I'm going to do a melting basket every so often, because I have a lot of wax up here in my wax room that I'm working through, but I do have extra storage in my overflow storage in the basement. I want to, when I feel like I want to buy more wax, I'm just going to go down and look at my collection and shop from that, because let's face it, most of us buy stuff that we forget we have a loaf of this, or oh, I actually do have this scent, I didn't think I had it. We surprise ourselves because we can kind of get down the rabbit hole. I'm very guilty of that, and I want to enjoy what I have. So moving forward, that's what's going to be happening in my world. Let's hope. So let's get started talking about this fabulous empties I have. So, like always, I do have some that don't have the scent notes directly on the packaging, so I did go and look those up ahead of time. I do have some Wallflowers I'd like to talk about in here. It seems like, they say, Bath & Body Works says that their Wallflowers last at least 6 weeks, but that's a damn lie. It doesn't, because sometimes it lasts 2 weeks, sometimes it's 3 weeks, sometimes it's 6 weeks. It just depends on how fast that oil is burning. So it seems like I fly through Wallflowers, and I do, but I want to talk about these because they are an important part of my life. I've been using Wallflowers for many years, so I like to throw those in here to talk about them too. So, okay. Where shall I start? Just gonna grab and go. Okay, Swanky. This is a cup. This is from her, not her most recent pre-order that she's working on now, of course, but the one that was shipped out in December. This was from her Buttery Toast and Jam sampler, which I actually was in a car. I was actually back in Pennsylvania when that pre-order was open. I was in a car with my dad going to a Halloween party, and I wasn't quite sure I would have internet access, but I did make sure to grab myself a Buttery Toast and Jam sampler. I love the Buttery Toast and Jam oil. It's, you know, unique to Swanky, and it's fantastic. I know there's a lot of us out there that are fans. This particular blend is Buttery Toast and Jam Pumpkin Pecan Waffle Noel. And honestly, in this, that buttery toast and jam oil is so strong that is all I get in this. I didn't get any pumpkin pecan waffle, didn't get any VBN, Vanilla Bean Noel. Maybe a little bit of extra something from the pumpkin pecan waffles, but this is 99% buttery toast and jam, which I'm not complaining about. It's a fantastic oil. That lasted a long time. I cut this into 7 pieces, I think. I'm kind of experimenting around with these cups. I'm looking at the bottom. This particular cup was 3.25 ounces. I know that some of her samplers, the weights are different depending on what kind of cup she uses. I did buy the Palo Santo sampler earlier this summer, and I haven't cut into those yet, but that's in my to-do. It's in my next part of my wax storage I'm going to get into. I want to do some Palo Santo when the weather changes in the spring. But I cut this into 7 pieces, and like I said, I'm just experimenting with how much in each warmer, tea light versus my element warmers and my cord, etc. But this, I would purchase this scent again, but basically, you know, it's just a buttery toast and jam. Okay, I'll shut up about that one. Okay, L3. I love L3. This is peppermint, vanilla buttercream frosting, and cotton candy. This was just a nice peppermint blend. I mean, of course, you have the sweetness from the cotton candy, you have the sweetness from the buttercream frosting, and then you have that peppermint to round it out. I like a nice peppermint. I like herbal peppermint, and I like sweet peppermint, but this is a nice, smooth, relaxing blend. This could be used for bedtime, and anytime you just need to chill the F out, you could melt this. Yep, I said it. Gillette Stadium. This was a great one. This one is cotton candy, Cracker Jacks, and funnel cake. You know, this surprised me because I thought, oh, it's just going to be nothing but cotton candy. Cotton candy is a strong oil in my opinion. But this Cracker Jack and the funnel cake, it was a little something different than just a regular, she has Freak Show, which is kind of a circus concession situation. And then she does have circus concessions, and she has a couple ones that have that base of cotton candy and funnel cake. But the addition of the Cracker Jack here, I would explore this oil a little bit more. Cracker Jack. I don't have anything that has it in it. I think it's just one of those that isn't used a lot with a lot of blends that I see. But of course, you know, L3 has thousands of blends, and it's impossible for somebody to know all of them. So I think this one would be one I would buy again. Next is Pink Sugar Peppermint and Marshmallow Fireside. This is basically a pink sugar peppermint situation. This was smooth. This was nice. I said in my last Empties video, these L3 samples I have, I try to melt them most of the time in my master bathroom because it's a smaller space and I can really gauge what that scent smells like, and especially since I only have one piece of this scent, I don't have enough to throw it throughout my home. So I really want to see, I put it purposely in a smaller space to see if I would buy it in a larger quantity. I think a lot of us do that too. But this is a nice one. If you like pink sugar and you like peppermint and you especially like them together, you would try this one and really like it. Okay, next is Green Apple, Cinnamon Sugar, and Buttermilk Pie. This is a nice blend. I like this because the buttermilk pie is a rich custardy vanilla scent. And if you watch me, you know, I'm not attracted to just vanilla scents. They're not enough for me. But I will say the richness of the custard in the buttermilk pie really comes through in this blend. The green apple is the perfect addition. I think Mac apple, if you want to stay with the apple department, Mac apple would definitely overpower this too much. Mac apple is a hell of a strong oil, so I feel that green apple was a great addition to give that crispness, to give that juiciness without overpowering the marshmallow fireside. Sorry, that was the last blend. The cinnamon sugar and the custard of the buttermilk pie. This is a nice one. I would buy this in maybe a bundt because I love just the simplicity of cutting that bundt right on the lines. I love buntts. They're probably my favorite shape. That's a good one. Super Tarts gingerbread kettle corn. I bought this when Brandy uploaded all of her what is it called? Fright Farm, Fright Fest, whatever her Halloween fall blends. You know, I know they're changing their business plan, so I don't know if that will be a thing anymore. But I purchased these when the extras are loaded to her website because I didn't participate in that pre-order. This is kettle corn. I love kettle corn blends. Kettle corn, gingerbread and buttercream, almond, cookie dough, and vanilla cream. So there's a lot of creaminess and a lot of yumminess going on in this blend. My husband loves gingerbread, so I melted this exclusively downstairs in my open concept in my kitchen, and this is great. It has the creaminess from the buttercreams, it has that spice from the gingerbread, and it definitely has that kettle corn, sticky, salty situation happening in this. I would buy this again, absolutely. That threw well, it performed well, it lasted a long time. Yummy. I'm very animated tonight with my hands. So it's Sunday night here in Utah and it's snowing like crazy outside. I had a cupping massage a couple of hours ago. Fantastic. I love massages. I'm out of my boot now when I had my foot surgery, and it really jacked my lower back up. My lumbar section has not been this bad in my whole entire life. And so I've been getting a few massages this past week to try to really work out that myofascial situation. I know I'm getting ortho-y on you, but it just is what it is. So I had a massage earlier, drove home in the snow, and it's still snowing like crazy out there. But I love that I have the ability to have massages on Sundays. I really love it. Lilac Rock Candy. Now this one, I try to look for a description on the Facebook page and it doesn't exist, but this was basically lilac, which is a flower, of course, with the sweetness of rock candy, which is just candy, you know, lollipops and whatnot. And this surprised me. I thought this would kind of be subpar, but this really surprised me. I would probably purchase this in a bundt because I don't want a loaf of it. And honestly, I'm kind of straying away from buying loaves, except for the ones I can't live without, which would be zucchini bread, pink frosted cake, and any coffee. I melt those all the time in my home throughout the year. So I think a loaf is sometimes honestly a little bit too much of a blend, unless it's one I can blend a lot with other wax that I have, or one that I'm absolutely dedicated to and in love with, like I am zucchini bread, pink frosted cake, and coffee blends. So this I would buy probably in a bundt. Puppy pack wouldn't be enough for me. I want to have I can cut a bundt into 6 pieces, so that would be 12 melts out of a 2-pack of bundt. So I would buy that and buy this scent in buntts. It's not too floral, but it is there, but it plays very well with that candy, sticky sweetness, hard candy situation. Next, this is Dessa's Bear Claws. Now, this was a sample from June of 21. I got this in a random act of kindness, and I actually put this in a tea light warmer in my spare bathroom this morning. And Bear Claws actually is bakery dough, dates, raisins, and nuts. So Bear Claws are so good. I love Bear Claws. I was a barista when I was in high school and through college, and they sold bagels and donuts and such at the coffee shop where I worked. And they would make these massive bear claws that really looked like a bear claw. They had their, you know, the fingers and everything. And they were stuffed with yummy crap. And it was, I can see them in my head now. They were so good. But this is nice. You get that nuttiness and you get this sweetness from the dates and the raisins. And it kind of reminds me of a raisin-filled cookie. I know that's, you know, older people cookies. I bought my mom, there's not a restaurant, a grocery store not too far from my house. They make old-fashioned bake stuff. And I bought my mom a dozen of raisin-filled cookies for Christmas time when she came down. That was part of her Christmas gift. I didn't do a lot of baking this past Christmas because of, you know, my foot situation. So I thought I would get her those, and she was just so happy because she used to eat those when she was a kid. My mom is almost 80. So that was something that made me happy because it brought back memories for her. This reminds me of that cookie. So if you like raisins and the sweetness that gives, it's different than anything else that's out there in wax. And even, you know, in baked good, there's nothing like a date. There's nothing like raisins, in my opinion. And this is a good one. I do like that. Next is strawberry pound cake zucchini bread from L3. This is tried and true. You either love zucchini bread or you hate zucchini bread. And strawberry pound cake, I think most of us like. I am in the camp of I like strawberry pound cake, blended with something. This is fantastic. I would buy this in a larger blend. Okay, next. Jackpot by Sassy Girl. This was part of her resort collection. And I do not remember this is a Vegas resort, I'm pretty sure. I don't remember which one it is, I'm sorry. This is hard to describe, but it's a beautiful blend. This is exotic black tea leaves, toasted fig, ground nutmeg, neroli, vanilla, and tonka bean. I had this going downstairs, and I think I have this in a larger brittle. If I don't, it would be one that I would buy. But this is, you get that. I'm not a really big fan of tea and cakes. Sometimes it's too much for me. I love tea. Don't get me wrong, I love tea. This has the tea part of the tea and cakes oil, you know, without having that cakey part. So if you like that tea scent, this would be one you should try because it really is tea dominant. I get the sweetness from, I get fig, which can be a little perfumey to a lot of people. Fig is underutilized in my opinion. It's perfect in this situation because it's complex. And when I did this video, when I ordered all these resort blends, I really struggled to explain these to you guys and describe them to you because they're just so complex. Some of these, it's kind of like Coca-Cola or Dr. Pepper. You kind of just have to taste it because you can't describe it. And I'm always lost for words with some of these resort blends. But this is one I would definitely buy again in a large size. We'll leave it at that. Warm and Dreamy from Swanky. This was a rose. Warm and Dreamy is French lavender, sweet lavender, fireside cream cake, sugar cone, and vanilla bean noel. So you have the funness from the lavender, and you have the fireside, and you have the buttercream cream cake, you know, her famous bakery secret blend. This was a nice, relaxing blend. It's not too overpowering. I'm finding in my home that Swanky performs better for me in my tea light warmers. I have like the buttery toast and jam, that is pretty much strong no matter what type of warmer I use it in. But I'm finding some of these lighter blends work better for me in my tea light warmers. So I've been cutting these roses into 6 pieces and putting them in my, I only have 2 tea light warmers in my home, but I'm putting them in my tea light warmers and I'm enjoying the hell out of them. This is nice. It's relaxing. It's not too overpowering. It's a moderate throw, but it performs well. It lasts a long time. Probably 5 hours, I would say, I got out of this. Even though it's in a tea light warmer, you know, the oils burn at a much higher temperature than an element warmer or another type of warmer. And this really surprised me. It's creamy and it's dreamy and it's warm and dreamy, just like the name says. It's a good one. Sweet Lady, L3. I tried to find the notes for this. I looked on the website and I looked in the Facebook group and it does not exist, so I can't explain that to you, but I did like it. I would buy it again. I did like it. Donut Judge Me from Super Tarts. This one is toasted coconut, vanilla donuts, caramel, maple coffee, toffee, and buttercream. This is yummy, 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 yummy. I would definitely buy this in a bigger size. Absolutely. You have the creaminess from the vanilla donuts. You have the caramel. You have the coconut. You have the coffee. You have the toffee. What more could you ask for? This is a good blend. I had that going in my master bath because it's, you know, just the little baby clamshell sample or waffle sample, whatever you want to call it. And it was nice. I really liked it. It was my kind of blend. Okay, Swanky Wild Berry Cream Cake Waffle Cone. I really like this. I really like her wild berry oil. Sometimes the wild berry oils for me is just, it's too sweet than finding with other vendors. But this, with her cream cake, it's so luscious and so creamy, and especially with the addition of that waffle cone to give that extra little bit of depth. This is a beautiful blend, and I really liked this. I wish I would have bought this in multiple roses or another larger size, because this is, it's cakey, it's creamy as hell. It's wild berry, it's smooth, it's fantastic. I can't say enough about this one. Bravo, Jeannie, on that blend. Glitterati. One of my personal goals for 2023 in the wax part of my life is I'm using my Glitterati chunks, especially the ones that I got in 2021. So I did over yesterday, actually. I went through my entire collection of Glitterati, which I don't have that much because, you know, we can't order Glitterati. We can only be caught up on her sign-up sheets or her, you know, now you have to basically win the lottery to get one on her website. I have not even attempted because I'm probably just going to not try to buy Glitterati because I need to use what I have. But this one is from January 2021. I won a newbies box back, you know, when she used to do it on her Facebook page. I won a newbies box, and this was mango and coconut milk. And I finished this baby up. This, you can see the bag. It's smudged up because her wax texture is very soft and luscious. And this was nice. It's basically just fruity mango with the creaminess of coconut milk. I really liked this. It's simple, but it's fantastic. Bazinga. Woo, man down. Bazinga. This is a Lori Brown creation from L3. This is pineapple, summer scoop, cotton candy craze, and waffle cone. So this is fruity. If you have to like pineapple, because the pineapple is pretty dominant in this, and you mix it with the summer scoop, which is basically strawberry ice cream from Yankee, it's Yankee Candle, and then you have the cotton candy craze, which is just sweet, sweet, sweet. Then you have the waffle cone, which gives a little bit of extra vanilla sweetness, but not as cloyingly sweet. So this is a nice one. I had this little shape. I don't remember what it was. I had this going in my master bath, and it's just basically, it's fruity to me. I like this. Good job on that one. Lemon meringue cereal bars. You know, there's not much explanation to this one. It's lemon, and then I think to my nose, I can't tell if it's Rice Krispie treats as the cereal bar, or if it's Fruity Pebbles, you know, made like Rice Krispie treats with the marshmallow and the butter and stuff. I don't know, but it really has that Fruit Loop situation going on, the fruitiness of that. I think it's might be Fruity Pebbles. I'm not sure. But anyways, this is fruity, this is cereal, this is nice. I like this. I've always liked Fruit Loops, Fruity Pebbles, any of the cereal blends I gravitate to. Strawberry banana smoothie from L3. This surprised me actually. I'm really not one that just goes for just straight banana. I felt when I smelled this on cold, I thought the strawberry would come out a little bit more than it does. This is basically banana, but you have the creaminess that either it's, I mean, I don't know if it's yogurt, if it's just milk. I mean, a smoothie has, you know, dairy component to it, of course. But it's a creamy banana strawberry blend. It kind of reminded me of yogurt, the strawberry banana yogurt, which I love. In wax, it was different because I haven't had basically it's such a dairy-based blend, like a smoothie drink. I've never had that in wax before. I think I would need to try this in a larger quantity to really tell you more about it, because it was such a small little piece in here, and it wasn't bad, it wasn't stinky or anything. I just think I would need a little bit more quantity to really give you, oh well, after this many hours the strawberry comes out, or in this type of warmer this comes out. Sometimes I need to put a blend in different areas of my home to really, you know, smell all the different components of it. So I hope that made sense. Whoville from Sassy Girl Aroma. This is oranges, apples, cranberries, sugar, and spice. So the quintessential holiday smell, potpourri, whatever you want to call it. But this is sweetened up so much, I really get the sugar and spice. It's nice. I like this. It's not completely citrusy where the cranberry and the orange take over. It's sweetened enough with whatever, you know, oil component it is that sweetens this up. It just says sugar and spice. This is nice. It's unique. It's unique. Dessa's La Patisserie. This is pastry dough, caramelized sugar, buttercream, and cinnamon and sugar. This is nice. I like this. The caramelized praline is absolutely the dominant note I get in this. I get a little bit of the creaminess from the buttercream and a little bit of the cinnamon sugar. But this is, there's not pralines in this. My goodness, I thought for the longest time I was smelling pralines in this. This is pastry dough, caramelized sugar, buttercream, and cinnamon and sugar. Excuse me. The caramelized sugar really makes me think of the caramelized pralines. I don't know why. I guess my brain is just thinking about that. But basically, this is, you have to like that caramelized burnt sugar smell to really like this. But I like this. This is my second breakaway bar that I bought in this blend, and I like it. So it's good. You have to like that burnt sugar smell. Vintage Chic. Everybody knows the claws. This was a snowflake. This is powdered donuts, cinnamon buns, zucchini bread, buttery vanilla, fresh rolled dough, and a hint of sugared almonds, like you just walked into a bakery. So this one here, honestly, the most dominant scent from this is the cinnamon rolls and the sugared almonds. I like this one. I mean, Kirby has a lot of blends out there that has this buttery vanilla, fresh rolled dough, and sugared almonds, like you just walked into a bakery. But I do get the cinnamon bun, the cinnamon roll in this. I like this blend. I would probably buy it in another small shape like this. It's good. It definitely has cinnamon in it. Not spicy cinnamon, but that cinnamon is definitely dominant there to my nose. Rose Girls Strawberry Pound Cake Fluff Puffs. I've had 2 bags of these mini melters, and this, I love the fluff puffs. Whatever, that is, whatever oil she uses, whatever recipe that is, I really, really, really like it. It is buttery, it's creamy almost, and then you have the sweetness of the strawberry pound cake. This is so good. I mean, I'm out of this blend now. I've used both bags of it. It's a strawberry, yummy, buttery cookie, and that's basically all I can say. It's so good. Nag Champa from L3. You know, this is not a oil that is loved by a lot of people just because it's earthy, it's incensey. So this one is basically, if you like this, you would like this. If you don't experiment with it because it's not for everybody. But I will say Nag Champa is sweeter. It's not quite as strong to my nose as sandalwood or like incense, and it doesn't remind me quite like incense, but it is a cousin to those types of blends. So if you don't really like those, don't try Nag Champa. We'll leave it at that. Okay, Rose Girls. Wario's Winter Wonderland. This is candy cane and vanilla crunch donuts, eggnog, and sugar cookies. Jenny has a few peppermint bakery blends in her Mario line. There's Warp Zone, which that was in my last video. There's Warp Zone and there's Peppermint Cookie Land, which isn't part of her Mario line officially, but Cookie Land is part of it. And then there is Wario's Winter Wonderland, and there's one more, I think, I can't remember the name of it right now. But this one was not my favorite. I melted this whole bag because these were her Mario melters. I purchased this bag, not this past year, but the year before, so 2021. These were the bigger, thicker Mario melters, which are basically 2 mini melters together. So I melted this downstairs in my kitchen. It wasn't strong enough for me in terms of the peppermint department. Yes, it has eggnog, but I didn't get any of the nutmeg or any of the spices from the eggnog. It's just ultra creamy. I was hoping for a little bit more bakery from it. It was just basically creamy with a little bit of peppermint. But those of you out there who don't like a strong peppermint, or who like a really creamy peppermint, you would probably like this one. This is a one and done for me. I'm not going to buy this blend again, but I love Warp Zone, which is a different type of peppermint bakery. This one, I could also handle a little bit more of the eggnog part of it too, but this is, it's not bad. It's just not a favorite of mine. Rose Girls Moo Moo Track. I know this was a screamer popular hit when this was out. This is birthday cake, banana cream pie, fresh picked strawberries, and marshmallow smoothie. This one is basically, to me, banana cream pie. Creamy, creamy, creamy banana cream pie. I get maybe a little bit of the birthday cake, and the marshmallow is just there as creaminess too. A little bit of sweetness, and the fresh picked strawberry kind of got lost in the banana cream pie, the strength of the banana cream pie, but I would buy this again. I think there's another, is it Don't Have a Cow? I think this last year she did a 90s inspired release, and I think Don't Have a Cow was part of that, and it kind of has the same, I don't remember. I haven't melted Don't Have a Cow in a while, but I think of the banana cream pies, I really like, this is good, but I like Don't Have a Cow a little bit better. If I'm remembering right, I think it's similar to this blend here. But if you like banana cream pie, you would absolutely love this baby, because that's all I get in this. That's what my nose gets. Destination Wax Frozen. This is cold menthol plus essential oils of eucalyptus and peppermint. My husband was not feeling well last week for 5 days. He had some sort of GI situation that lasted the longest time. I've known him for almost 13 years, and I've never seen him like he was this past week. So I got this out and I melted it. Even though he didn't have a cold, he didn't have any sort of nasal situation, I still got this out because I thought, he's under the weather. will have the Vicks going. This is basically just Vicks to me. And I will say this was poured in April of 21, and it was not nearly as strong as this was when I first bought it. I melted two. This was a 6-piece breakaway. I don't remember what she calls these. 6-piece bar. I had used 2 pieces of it last year, and it was much, much stronger. It almost knocks you down how strong it is. And it has lost potency. It's almost 2 years old. But this, I would buy this again, absolutely, and use it when it's fresh. This is fantastic for sinus issues, for colds, all that good stuff. That's that one. Okay, this is L3, strawberry. Fresh picked strawberry, summer scoop, strawberry bread, waffle cone. This is Mr. J. Alford's custom. I think he called this Strawberry Festival. If you watched my L3 video from last April when I got this and I geeked out over the strawberry, it was so good. Yeah, this is fantastic. My husband loved this blend. Loved this blend. And what's not to love? It's strawberry bakery, and it's fantastic. The strawberry bread plays so well with the waffle cone, and then that extra fresh picked strawberry and that summer scoop is just there to bump up the strawberry goodness. This is so good. This is something I would buy in a loaf. It is that good. And that's another thing I should add to my what would I buy in a loaf now? Zucchini bread, pink frosted cake, strawberry stuff, and coffee stuff. Yes, that is fantastic. Bravo, Jay. I've told you that before, but bravo again on that blend. This is Barrett Wax Crafts. This is a sample of flannel, and I don't know how to pronounce this, so I'm sorry. Vanillari Lush type. It kind of has it's floral to my nose, whether it's floral or not. I'm not familiar too much with that Lush blend or that Lush scent, so I am sorry. I liked that it was blended with flannel because I haven't had flannel and floral before. It's very unique, and like I said, this was only one little piece. It was a little smiley face that Josh sends out as his samples, and this is one I would try again in a larger size just to really see what does this baby do in my open concept kind of a thing. Swanky. This was a sample. Green grass, strawberry, and vanilla bean Noel. This was basically strawberry and grass. I love grass. Grass is such a good scent, and I know there's a lot of you out there that don't really like grass, but if you blend grass with the right stuff, it is fantastic. And strawberry is one of those ones that go with grass so well, in my opinion. I've had strawberry and grass before. I've had grass and lavender. I've had grass and ivory. I've had grass. Grass is great. I love grass, especially coming up into spring, in a few months here. Spring will be here. This is grass and strawberry. Good. Yummy. Yum, yum, yum. Super Tarts, Jaws, and Black Rain. This is sea salt, fresh air, seagrass, plum and pear. That's Jaws. And then blackberry and rain. That's Black Rain. I think that was Jessica Jones. I think that's what that scent was before she had to change her names. This is fresh. It's clean. It's not oceanic. It's not aquatic. It's not salty sea air. Even though there's sea salt in here, it's not salty sea air. This is unlike anything I have smelled before. I like Jaws a lot. The blackberry and the rain part of it is just an extra hint of freshness, in my opinion. My Wax Wednesday order shipped. I got the shipping notification yesterday. I did order a half bam of Jaws, so I'm going to experiment when I have more Jaws, because this was all I have of Jaws. I'm going to experiment a little bit more with it because I really like all of those notes together. It's fresh, it's clean, it's unlike anything I've smelled before in the fresh department. Country Candle Holiday Sweets. Now, I talked about Kringle and Country Candle in my last Empties video. And this one, when I bought this, when I first smelled this, when I first bought it, I know I repeated myself there. I was like, I'm not sure if I'm really going to like this because it wasn't thrilling to me. The notes of this: lemon, strawberry, sugar cookie, vanilla, coconut cream, musk, and raspberry. A lot going on in here. But if you're familiar with Kringle and Country Candle, you're not just getting 1 or 2 notes, you're getting the whole kahuna, basically. This is coconut dominant, but I'm definitely here for it. I grabbed this because I wanted to just, honestly, I have so many clamshells of retail wax. Sometimes I close my eyes and put my hand in the drawers where I have it and just grab a clam out and go, because I could sit there and stare at my retail wax for hours and not decide, I'm not sure I want to melt this. I'm not in the mood for this. I don't want to break into that. So I just put my hand in the box and I grabbed it and out came this. But I'm happy that I melted this, because guess who wants to buy more? Me. It is beautiful coconut. Such a high quality, yummy coconut bakery. I get the creaminess of the sugar cookie, the creaminess of the vanilla. I don't get very much lemon. I don't get strawberry. I don't get raspberry. This is coconut dominant bakery. Bravo, Country Candle. You did it again. This is by far, Kringle and Country Candle are by far my favorite retail wax, I will say. Christmas PJs, L3. This was a gingerbread house. Downy, sugar cookies, and blue spruce. This is basically just Downy. It's fabric softener. I get a little bit of pine, not much. Downy is such a strong oil. It overpowers everything, in my opinion. And I certainly didn't get the sugar cookies. But this is a great laundry blend. Definitely have to like laundry. Ah, this is fantastic. Pumpkin pecan waffle, amaretto, and vanilla ice cream. L3. Y'all know I love pumpkin pecan waffles. I love amaretto. This is one of their best blends. My husband loves this blend. He loves that amaretto. I love amaretto. I know some people are scared of it. I am not. I love it. Give me every blend with amaretto in it. This does not have much pumpkin pecan waffle in it because amaretto is such a strong oil. You have to like amaretto first before you would like this. So if you're interested in trying it out, next time it's poured in a puppy pack or something small, try it. See if you like it. It's very strong and it can pull cherry to some people. It pulls almond to me because amaretto is almond and my brain doesn't compute almond as cherry, but some people's brains do. It's just the nature, you know, of that oil, I guess I should say. I love this. I have this in another scoop. I have this in a puppy pack, and I have it in some other form. I love this. That's such a good one. And finally, Teddy Bees. T to the B, Teddy Bees. Milk cookies and eggnog. Tiffany's pre-order closed early this morning. And I don't know if you're in the Teddy Bees group or if you saw my post yesterday. I made my largest Teddy Bees pre-order to date, my order yesterday. I made my list when Tiffany made her list available on Thursday, I think it was. And I know so many people revise their list so many times. As did I. I think about, in my head, whenever I see a pre-order list, I don't immediately get my pen and paper out and start writing stuff down. With pre-orders like L3, for example, where they're open for a week, I take my good old time and I submit that baby the last minute. That's just how I am with pre-orders. But when you have a pre-order that could potentially close early, like Teddy Bees, I at least I never make my order that first day on that Friday when it opens. I always at least wait until Saturday because I like to see what other people order. And I really like to evaluate and see, do I really want that scent? Do I really need that scent? So after doing a couple of revisions of my list yesterday, I knew that she was probably hitting close to her turnaround time just because I saw so many posts of people ordering tons of tubs, tons of souffles, tons of loaves. So I told myself, get your ass in gear, Ashley, and get your order in. So yesterday, we have season tickets to BYU men's basketball, and last night was the St. Mary's game, so I knew that we were leaving for that. And I didn't want to be that person at a basketball game on my phone the whole time. I want to be there to enjoy what I'm watching and, you know, what we're paying for. I love basketball. And my husband, you know, grew up here, and BYU was a school that he cheers for, and he always has supported. His dad and him went to basketball games growing up and all that good stuff. So now I love basketball. And I wanted to put my order in before we left. So I don't know what happened to me. I put every souffle that I wrote down on my list before I'd made any revisions. I put every damn souffle. I only buy souffles from Teddy B's. And those scents that I absolutely love, I might buy a tub in. But I typically stay to souffles because I can get 12 to 16 pieces out of a souffle, depending on how strong that blend is, how it performs for me, and all that good stuff. The stronger blends like Sunshines and Lemonade, Sundresses and Lemonade, I can get 16 pieces out of a souffle because it's so strong. And some of the lighter scents, I get 12 pieces out of it. This puppy here, Milk Cookies and Eggnog, this was 16 pieces, but I'll finish my story first. I put every damn souffle I wanted in my cart, and I checked on out. I didn't even blink. And my first order, I made 2 orders because I, for some reason, forgot to put Cookies and Cashmere on my list. I forgot about it. Honestly, her list was beautiful, and if money was not an option, I would have bought one of everything just about because they were all fantastic, and that's why Teddy B's is tied for first with as my favorite vendor. I put everything in my cart. I checked out. I didn't even blink. I didn't even think twice about it because I didn't want to lose putting my order in, and I certainly didn't want to sit at the basketball game and figure out what the hell do I really want. So I bought 20 souffles. And then when I realized I forgot Cookies and Cashmere, I had to go back in and I bought 3 more souffles. I bought 1 more of the pink zucchini cake pops, which, hello, zucchini bread and strawberry cake, I'm there for it. I bought the Cookies and Cashmere, and I can't remember Pink Moon. I think I put Pink Moon in my cart. And I checked out because I didn't want to add any more to my cart because I bought 20, let's see. One of my first order, I had 19 souffles and 1 tub. I got Witches Be Crazy in a tub because I have a loaf and a half of it, and I honestly didn't want to buy a loaf of it just because I am trying to scale back on how much wax I'm buying. But I'm probably going to kick my ass for not buying a loaf of Witches Be Crazy because it's my favorite scent that I've smelled in all of wax, and I've melted through hundreds and hundreds of blends. So that says something, you know, for Tiffany. I bought 22 souffles and 1 tub. That's a lot for me. I think the last order or so, I think 15 or 16 was my largest. And I know that some of you would just buy tubs and loaves and that stuff. Souffle is enough for me because I like to get more cents for my dollar, so I buy souffles. And plus, I know I can get 16 melts out of some of them, so that's why I did that. But anyways, that's my Teddy B situation because it was very sobering to see what I did. I didn't even think. You know, I usually put stuff in my cart, take something out, add something in, take something out. that jazz, and I didn't have time for that yesterday, so I went on and checked out. So Teddy Bees, that's just my story with yesterday. So milk cookies and eggnog. Milk and cookies was offered yesterday, plain milk and cookies, and then milk cookies and blueberry cobbler, which I grabbed because I have a souffle of milk and cookies. This is so damn good. It's worthy of a damn. It's damn good. This is creamy vanilla, powdered sugar, sweet milk, butter cookie dough, and buttered rum eggnog. The eggnog kind of gets lost in the creaminess. This is such a creamy cookie blend. It is so good. It's strong. It is yummy. This is, I don't really like the phrase lick the air, but I would eat this if it wouldn't kill me. This is so good. It's creamy. It's strong. It's sweet without being cloyingly sweet. You have the butteriness of the dough. I don't know how Tiffany does it. She's a master at her craft. I love Teddy Bees. I love this scent. So if it comes back, grab this if you like that creamy goodness. Mic drop for Teddy Bees. Let's do my wallflowers and I'll wrap this baby up. Okay. I'll do what I do usually and tell you if I would buy it again or not, and not really dilly-dally along with these. Falling Flurries. This is a new fragrance to me. This is in my bedroom right now, my master bedroom. Frozen Thyme, Fresh Eucalyptus, Ripe Pear, and Sandalwood. Would I buy this again? Yes, because it's creamy and it's comforting without being, it's not bakery, of course. And it's not too strong with the thyme and the eucalyptus to where it's like stress relief. It's creamy. It's something I can't really describe, but I would buy that again. Balsam and Firewood. This is down in my kitchen right now. This is a new fragrance to their line. This is cedarwood, cardamom, and white birch. And what drew me to this is cardamom. I love cardamom. It's such a good oil, and I love cedar. The jury's still out on this one because it's not very strong, honestly. Stay tuned. Christmas cider. I love this in a candle. It sucks as a wallflower. It's in my guest bathroom right now. I cannot smell it. This is mulled cinnamon, crushed clove, creamy nutmeg, and simmering cider. I love the candle. It's so comforting. It's so yummy. It's one of my favorite Christmas candles. I would not buy it again in a wallflower. It sucks, like I said. Strawberry Snowflakes. This was out in soap last year, 2021, and I bought a soap, and it's fantastic. This year they brought it in the home fragrance line. This is juicy strawberry, whipped cream, and iced bergamot. This is in my office right now, in my home office. I like this. It's strawberry. What can I say? Another Christmas cider. I had two. I used one downstairs in my open concept, which sucked, and the other one I used in my guest bathroom, and I couldn't smell it, like I said. Bright Christmas Morning. This is good. This is ripe red berries, blood orange, and crisp apple. Basically fruity, fantastic. Definitely buy that again. And finally, Under the Christmas Tree. This I had going right here in this wall right next to me. Under the Christmas Tree. Fir balsam, juniper berries, vanilla eggnog, and sage leaves. It's everything a Christmas tree scent should be, and it's great. I would buy this again in a heartbeat. The wallflower I have right here going next to me is my favorite one, which is sugared snickerdoodle. It is tried and true. The candle's fantastic. The wallflower is fantastic. It's one of the few bakery scents that I have success with in wallflowers. So, okay guys, we're just at 53 minutes. So thanks for watching. This was my empties for January 15th to today. And I will see you next weekend when I do my empties and a little bit of my melting basket for what I've been warming. So hope you guys have a great rest of the weekend and a good week ahead. Stay warm, stay safe, and I'll see you soon.